We are all in this room together. I don't want you to be in this room. I want you to own this room. I want you to know what it's like to own this room. I started 25 years ago. I locked myself in a room. There was no technology. There were no cell phones. There was nothing. I came from a full-time paying job and decided I wanted to go into real estate. So I started real estate without a salary. So I said, okay, so now what happens? There was not the educational tools 25 years ago that we have today. There was nothing. I locked myself in the room, in the real estate company, with a glass wall, with a white pages phone book. And I started with A. And I every day, I did prospecting. Who knew what prospecting was? Today it's elaborately spoken about. Locked myself in a room and I sold 6 houses in 6 weeks. I said, this is great. I'm beating the pay that I came from. I'm earning more money in 6 weeks than I made in a year. This is fabulous. But you know what it was all about? It was all about survival. It was all about me figuring out a way to get to my destination. And that's what I'm here to talk to you all about today. We have every tool and every possible thing that we can use today at our fingertips. I want each and every one of you to leave today with one thing that I'm going to be talking to you about and implement it. Don't just listen to it, take it and implement it. I'm going to be pitching you balls today and you catch as many of them as you can. And the more balls that you catch, the better success you will achieve in your business. Trust me when I tell you, it's hard work. It's all about being accountable to yourself. It's about disappointments. It's about getting punched. Real estate, the success of real estate is all about how many punches you can take and get knocked down, and how many times that you can get up off the ground and get up back on your feet and go back. All of those no's that you get, and all of those objections that you face, and all of the rejections, they all turn into positive yeses. The more no's that you get equal the more yeses that you're going to get. So don't let anyone or anybody or anything ever stop you. Have an appetite for this business and nutrition. It's about appetite and nutrition. It's about feeding yourself, feeding your mind education, because education is key. It's the most powerful tool. When you step into a listing presentation, go into that listing presentation knowing that when you walk out, you're going to have that listing in your hand. It's not going to be in anybody else's hand. When you go into a listing presentation, I'm going to tell you something right now that is very powerful. There's only one thing that that person, whether it's your first listing you ever go on or it's your 50th listing, and for all the newcomers in the business, there's only one thing that that person wants, that seller wants from you, and what is it? It's a buyer. It's a buyer. So if you have buyers, do you have buyers? You might not have them in your pocket, but somebody in your office has a buyer. We have buyers for your home. When you call and prospect, because prospecting is the most important thing in this business. When you have listings, you're in business. When you don't have listings, you're out of business. And remember that when I tell you. This is very important. Listings is the catalyst of your business. When you go into a listing or when you're prospecting on the phone, when you're prospecting, you are giving out a lot of information. You are trying to get your foot in the door. You want to give them as much valuable information about the neighborhood, about the town they're in, what you've done in the town, and if you haven't done anything in that town or in that area, you're going to research exactly what's going on in their area so you have a hands on it, and you're going to give information. You're going to leave them with something of value where you're going to be able to get your foot in the door. When you go on a listing appointment, you're now going to become a listener. When you're going to give on a prospecting, and when you go on a listing, you're going to become a listener, okay? And that is, the reason I say that is because you're going to ask questions to your seller. And you're going to keep repeating yourself on how important it is for you to sell this home. What is the reason you want to sell this home? You want to establish a relationship. You want them to commit. Okay, so when they commit, they're going to actually sign that listing with you. You want to go in there as the professional. You are the professional. You are the licensed real estate agent. There is no reason that you should leave that house without that listing. You are here. You are the parent, they are the child, okay? You need to let them know that you are in control at all times. There's never, well, what do you really want for your house? How much? No, you're going to determine the price based on what has sold in the area. Okay, so listings are very, very important to create a successful business. You need to have a great attitude. You need to surround yourself with very positive people. You need to show spirit. Every listing that I get, and I carry about 40 listings at a time, and I handle them. I handle them fine, each and every one of them. But every single listing I get, after I'm in the house and the listing signed, and I'm back there the first time, I ask every single person that lists with me, why did you list with me? Because I'm always up against 2 or 3 other top agents in the area. Let's face it, it's not easy. There has to be something that stands out about you. I leave a lasting memory with every single client that I deal with. And the response that my seller says to me is, the reason I listed with you, Antoinette, was passion. Passion is what will get you the farthest in this business. You need to have an appetite for this business, and you need to have nutritional value in this business. You need to feed your brain, your mind, and your heart. And when people see that you're so passionate and that they're trusting you with their $500,000 house, you are taking $500,000 of their hard-earned money and investment, and it's going in your hand. You are responsible for $500,000 of their life right now. You better do a good job for them and yourself. It's all about how you present yourself. When you go into someone's home, how positive you are. Positivity will get you everywhere. Knowledge, statistics, and being positive. Showing that you truly love what you do. Everyone in this room, we all are up against objections in this business. Let me tell you, I have a business plan that I write out every single year. Now, as far as we are today, November 2nd, it's really not November 2nd for any of us in the room. Do you know what today is? Does anyone know what today is? It's not November 2nd, it's February 2nd. All of you in this room should now be planning, our year is over, it's done, okay? You should all be planning your business. You should have your 2016 book ready. You should be having listings planned for January and February already, and be ahead of the game. That's part of my business plan. I write down my business plan. I have a business plan where I'm projected all the way for next year. And this is how I plan my business. This is how you create 40, 30, 40, $50 million worth of business. Whatever you want to be. Your goals might be 20 million. Whatever they are, you need to create the plan. You need a roadway, you need a segue, a destination to your success. Without a plan, you have nothing. So this is what you need to do. You need to put a little bit of pressure on yourself, and you need to say, I want 5 listings a month. I want 4, I want 3, whatever the case is. Whatever makes you happy to fit your financial freedom. You need to create financial freedom. You need to have a plan. You need to be in control, in the driver's seat. This will give you leverage in this business. I've been in this business a long time. I started there. I created myself to get here. Each and every one of you can do it. You're no different than me. It takes hard work. It takes planning and passion. It takes being able to get down, punch down, and to be able to get up again. But most of all, a business plan is the key to the success in this business. So when you have that, you have everything, because now the year ends and you're not, I'm sure all of you are thinking, how am I going to do this again next year? Oh my God, how am I going to go get listings? What am I going to do? No, I'm not thinking that way. I have a plan. I prospect an hour every day. There's not one day that doesn't go by where I don't prospect. Maybe today, because I'm here, I'm not prospecting, but you know I will be doing business later. There's not one day that doesn't go by that I know I have to prospect. I'm going to leave you with some valuable information today. Please take it. Take one thing that I've told you today and please implement it, and you will do yourself the greatest favor. You are all capable of doing the biggest business and having the best business. And remember, be happy. Happiness brings success. Success never brings you happiness. So to each and every one of you, good luck to you in 2016.